Why is the Acra slip-on system the best street legal exhaust for your G8X? Let's figure out why.
Always talking, I'm like, let them chat.
Hold up, wait a minute.
I've been getting money, you know I can live with that. Legend in my city, winning, showed it on the map. And if I
Alright, so let's have a little look underneath a stock car. So this is a G87 M2, G80s, G81s or G82 M4s are all the same. Here in the UK we have these are OPF filters. They are essential for sound regulations and emissions. Every country in the world has these are secondary cats, your primary cats are up in there. So the Acra system will link here and here, so it will remove this resonator, it will go around, it will then remove this massive back box from BMW, and it will put a nice titanium one, it will tuck it in the void above, and it will give it a nice open flow when the valves are open. When the valves are closed, it will resonate through the Acra back box, which is made of amazing materials. It will resonate quite well, maybe as quiet as you need it to be. If you ever want to make it louder with Acra, it's a full modular system, so if you want to install the link pipes to go racing on a racetrack or use for motorsport, then by all means you can do that by installing additional link pipes. But yeah, we're going to remove all the system, put it on the floor, we'll then make a cut on the stock system, part it together, put it all back into place, strap it up and install the sound box. So I'm just looking at the wire diagram. I must say Acra's installation manual is by far the best I've ever seen in any exhaust system. So this shows you how to install this kind of sound control module. So just something like that. So we'll power it all together. Yeah, comes with everything you need really. Plug it all in. Yeah, we'll get on that. We'll get the stock system down, we'll make the cuts, we'll exchange everything over, and before we reinstall it, we'll install the technology.
don't point my way with all that drama. I be about my time. What's worse about your lack of papers? You ain't got no eyes. I do my thing. I'm way too playing around. You know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm landing.
So we're now just gonna work out where to cut the original exhaust, make the cut, flip it all together, and then we'll go play around with the technology in the back. Alright, so we are now going to cut the system. We use a recip saw, you can use an angle grinder, but for access a recip's the best. With a metal blade, we'll cut it, we'll clean up the cuts, then we are ready to kind of put it all back together and start back with the electrics. So we're going to do a quick comparison. This is the most important thing. Like for like comparison. What do they look like and what's the weight difference? So look wise, you can see the routing's relatively similar in terms of the pipe work. BMW's exhaust, they've obviously spent thousands and thousands developing them to get that 510 brake horsepower, but then they have to add the emission things in and it affects it. But otherwise, yeah, routing's pretty much the same through the center of this exhaust. It really comes into this area here where it comes out through the valve system and straight out when the valves are open. When the valves are closed, the gases will resonate through the back box, which you can see is a lot higher and smaller than the original, and then it comes out of these little pipes here. BMW valves, they are quite active, so they're always going to be moving. You will see the difference once we install the sound box, but more importantly, let's see the weight. So this is the titanium system. I'm going to weigh the titanium system as it's about to be fitted. So it's got full hangers, it's got the valve controllers on it, and I'm going to compare it to a stock system completely raw, so no auxiliaries. So let's see, let's do the stock one first and see how heavy it is.
What's that? 22.90.
So quite a lot, 22.90.
13.70.
Wow, so about 8 to 9 kg saving just on the back box. So imagine if you put those link pipes in, it'd be a massive saving. But let's get this going. So we're now going to go strip down the back of the car, the interior and the exterior underneath to install the sound box. So we're going to lower the car down. We're going to go into the boot / trunk and follow the kind of Acra install guide. We're going to remove some of the kind of carpet panels, get a bit more access to the camber system in the back, and pretty much, as you can see here, you remove all of this where the fuses go, and then you find these two cables, you put them into the center of this kind of can box thing, a white and a green cable, and it should pull the reading, and then you cable tie everything nicely, put it all back together, and it should give some ability to control the exhaust through the valve. All right, so I'm going to show you the Akrapovic valve controller unit, how it's wired in. If you come around here, so you can see there we've tethered into the green and the white cable. We've now got that open. We're about to close that. Then goes into the bottom box. It then goes into the wiring loop for the valve control, the valves themselves. So, we'll plug it all in. We'll close this off. We'll raise the car up. We'll finish it all off from the underside, and then we can start the car up.
Labels blowing up my line and got me missing calls. Told her you ain't gotta hit me till you licking. Feel like ZVF, baby, I'll be cooler than the mink weather.
All right, so we now are finally fitting the exhaust. We've got the new wiring loom installed for the valves. We've now got these like slip-on connections. Pretty simple with Acra. You're gonna put the system in place, slide these over the connection, and then work your way back, get it all lined up, connect it up, start the car, and away we go.
I can smell it through the audio. Lapping everybody got me working on my cardio. Party over daddy home, creeping out the caddy comb. Straight from underground, I got these Maddie on. I've been keep pushing on my grind since the pro skate. I don't do a figure that I'm pro hate. Chilling in the cut like a scab, ready to peel. You ain't gotta like it, I promise you gotta deal with us. Used to be friendly, I'm off that.
Now installed on the G87. First of all, it was super easy. Instructions were informative and just overall easy system to install. It looks great, sounds great, but let's get out on the road and let's give it some flybys. Let's get some heat into it. But anyways, I'm going to be out. The guys are taking the car out for a rip. And if you want to check anything else from our channel, check up here and enjoy. Like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and we'll see you on the next one.